Court at Law courtroom in the Aransas County Courthouse located 2718 Highway 35 North, Rockport, Texas. And I call this this regular meeting to order. Please stand and join me in invocation.
Please join me as I pray. Father God, we're always thankful for the blessings of a new day of life you've given us and the privilege of participating in this governmental event today. And looking at the agenda, I'm reminded about the scripture in Proverbs 19:21 that says, many are the plans in the minds of men, but it's the purpose of the Lord that will stand. And Lord, every agenda has a lot of items of plans for this county, but it is only your purpose for this county that will stand in the long term. So our prayer this morning, Lord, is that you instill in each of these commissioners what your plan and your purpose is for this county. And we know that it will benefit the citizens of this county. And the glory goes to you. For in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
All right, you may be seated. Roll call.
Commissioner Cheney.
Here.
Commissioner Casterline.
Here.
Commissioner Russo. Here. Commissioner Duke.
Here.
Judge Garza.
Here, got a full court. At this time, we'll hear from citizens to be heard. I've got one turned in. Do we have any others? Any online? Helen? All right. Mr. Lancaster. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Herb Lancaster. I'm a local businessman and resident of Southern Aransas County. 4 o'clock this morning, I got up to print something to hand y'all, and my printer ran out of black ink. So I'm going to make an effort to utilize my time effectively and get my point across. I'm not here to complain about parking dogs or things y'all aren't doing or are doing. As a matter of fact, y'all have done a great job on the drainage program on Shaver Road. I live at 402 Shaver Road. County Commissioner Cheney, David Reed, everybody's done an admirable job given the challenges after Hurricane Harvey. As a matter of fact, I've worked with the county for many years since Hurricane Harvey. I assisted David in attempting to get some drainage easements through a group of properties that I'm part of. I have 20 acres that I've accumulated over the last 12, 14 years. I worked with Judge Mills before you, very approachable person, as you have been. Appreciate it, Judge Garza. But I have a simple question. I'm 68 years old, or I will be soon. I planned on spending my last days on this 20 acres. It's an oasis. It's absolutely beautiful. I have great horned owls living out there. I mean, it's just beautiful trees. It's on 402 Shaver Road at not far from the bay. It's a square piece of property. But there are 2 things looming in my life right now that are causing me to have to make a serious decision whether I stay there or not. I'll start with my neighbors. Of course, this is what I said. I'm going to talk about barking dogs, but literally at Dominguez and Cream Road is it's an easement on your county maps. At that intersection, there are 4, maybe 5 people living on an acre and a half that are constantly discharging firearms. They come and go from about 2 in the morning till about 4 in the morning. They come and go 30 or 40 times some nights, so I know what they're doing. You can extrapolate. They burn their trash constantly in a southeast wind. It goes right into my house, and you know the risk of fires and whatnot. There's no way, or at least I would presume, they don't have adequate sewage or septic system. They're constantly bringing more and more trailers in. I invite you to go to Crean and Dominguez Road, near Shaver Road, on your Google Maps and look what's there now. The sheriff's department was out there last week with a report of a woman being held against her what do you call it when you're being held? You don't want to be, whatever.
Well.
And they came into my property, guns drawn. I had to let them walk through my barns and my house and everything to make sure it wasn't me, and we know where it was. So anyway, I mean, it was like 6 squad cars. This is just last week, actually, when you and I went to lunch that morning. I know you're not law enforcement, but would you consider activating Crane Road and Dominguez Road and join it over to 35 so that it will at least be more accessible by those in the health department and road and bridge? Because I would be mortified to go back there and try to do any enforcement work. I live within 75 feet of it, and I'm mortified every day. So that's one new development. Since I started acquiring my property, I'm very concerned about that. Secondly, the Degussa Terminals has now recently sold, leased, or made arrangements with a company called Kisuma. They make sodium hypochlorite. That is one of the ingredients in PVC pipe. There's already polyvinyl chloride and the limestone necessary to create sodium hypochlorite at that location. Rockport Terminals is less than 3/4 of a mile from my house. I'm not against heavy industry. I know we need the tax base. What I'm against is the lack of communication and the lack of information available for me to make a good decision on my question to you. Should I sell my property and move? Can I retire there in confidence that I can bring my brand new grandson down and not worry about life's curveballs? That I understand your powers are limited, but I need to know from the four of y'all and you, Judge Garza, if you were me, would you continue to live where I live? Now, because I had ran out of black ink, I managed to get some green and blue data printed. Can I approach? Sure. Whatever. So if you just want to pass it briefly, that's Rockport Terminals. That's my 20 acres. And then regarding the neighbors, this is what's going on at the neighbor's place. This is my well, this is my barn, this is my house, all that. And Crane, and this is actually on Crane Road. The latest trailer they set up and are living in is on here. And I'm not accusing anybody of not doing anything. That's not my job. And I know in many cases it's not your job. I just need to know your honest opinion. Would you continue to invest and develop and plan on living your final days if you own that 20 acres? And I've worked hard to acquire that 20 acres.
All right, thank you, sir. Thanks. All right, we'll move on to item number 1. Recognize the Rockport Fulton High School ROTC's contribution to helping demo the county courthouse located at 2840 Highway 35 North. And we've got some plaques here. Yes, Chief, good morning. Come on up. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Judge, could
Yeah.
they introduce them?
Yep. So about a month ago, I can't remember, time's going by so fast. We had a transition. We had to move courthouses, and these cadets were instrumental in helping us demo and move furniture. And did they was it one Saturday or was it a whole weekend? One Saturday, but they got a lot of work done. And Chief, would you introduce them all?
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Chief Salas. I am the senior naval science instructor. I've been here. I'm on my 6th year. And all these cadets, they volunteered their time. It was one of the weekends that we're not doing anything. We just came back from a competition. Next week, we're going to competition again. So I commend them for going above and beyond. So we have my chaperone, Miss Kasky, her daughter, Christine Ogleham, Brian Kaiser, 1st year cadet, 2nd year cadet Guerra, 3rd year cadet Wilson, and 3rd year cadet Schulten. So they're all, he's 1st year. So we have about 100 students in our program, and we're a citizen development program. I know people think that we push kids into the military, but that's not our whole purpose. Our whole purpose is to get them ready for life, teach them soft skills that the jobs are out there looking for. But our number 1 goal is to send them off to college and then get them ready for the workforce. And if they want to go military, we help them with that. So thank you, Judge, for your
All right.
time.
Thank you. And with that, I've got a certificate appreciation for Miss Alexandra Katz. Okay. Mr. Diego Guerra. Then walk down the line and shake everybody's hand.
You want me to help you?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Brian Kaiser.
Brian Kaiser.
Thank you. Nicholas Shelton, welcome. Thank you for your help. And then Luke Wilson. Thank you.
Still shaking hands, Terry.
They're trying to figure out.
Coming over here.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Take a couple here. Here's another one. Okay, that's great.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. And the chief said he's always available if y'all need. Y'all.
That's one. Yep. Luke, he is, work with the IT.
Thank you, chief.
And that's her daughter over there, standing up.
We'll move on to item number 2. Is this something we approve, a proclamation? No, okay. We're going to present proclamation P 2024, recognizing October 28th today as Aaron Guerrero in Aransas County Day. Good morning.
I am gonna do my best to get through this without crying, and if I start crying, Tracy's just gonna take over. So this is proclamation P 2024, recognizing October 28th as Aaron Guerrero Day in Aransas County. In loving memory of our Fire Chief Aaron Guerrero. Whereas the citizens of Aransas County are deeply saddened by the unexpected passing of Fire Chief Aaron Guerrero, a devoted leader and cherished member of our community, who served with unwavering dedication for over 2 decades. And whereas Chief Guerrero embodied the true spirit of consistently placing the safety and well-being of our residents above all else, responding to emergencies with courage, compassion, and professionalism. And whereas his leadership not only inspired his fellow firefighters, but also fostered a sense of unity and trust within our community, building lasting relationships and a legacy of excellence. And whereas Chief Guerrero's commitment to training and mentoring others ensure the values of integrity, bravery, and service would continue to thrive within Rockport Volunteer Fire Department. And whereas the profound impact of his life's work will resonate for generations to come, reminding us all of the importance of community, sacrifice, and the bonds that tie us together. And whereas it is fitting and proper that we honor the memory of Chief Aaron Guerrero, celebrating his remarkable life and countless lives he touched. Now, therefore, we, the Aransas County Commissioners Court, do hereby proclaim October 28th as Chief Aaron Guerrero Day in Aransas County. We encourage all residents to join in remembrance, reflecting on his integrity, contributions, and legacy of love and service he leaves behind. Let us honor Fire Chief Aaron Guerrero's memory by continuing to support one another as he so tirelessly did support our community.
The family.
Emily did a great job.
Right. Commissioner Dutnick, if you can move just a little bit, yeah. There we go. And Commissioner Russo a little bit. There we go, there we go. 1, 2, 3.
And then another picture.
Oh.
Another picture.
Oh. Sorry.
All right, we'll go on to item number 3, proclamation P 2024, recognizing the week of November 1st through the 8th, 2024 as Aransas County Arbor Week.
Right. Whereas Arbor Day is a day set aside to celebrate the beauty of trees and to recognize the way they enrich people's lives. According to a Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And whereas Texas Arbor Day has been observed since 1889 and is an opportunity to promote the tangible and intangible value trees bring to our community and to educate our citizens about stewardship and responsibility for protecting these vital natural resources. And whereas the trees in Aransas County provide intrinsic benefits by enhancing the economic value of tourism as they draw visitors who appreciate their beauty and the life-saving habitat they give to birds, insects, and other wildlife that grace our natural environment. And whereas trees are a source of joy and are proven to enhance mental health and well-being. And whereas the trees in Aransas County clean the air we breathe, produce life-giving oxygen, filter pollutants from our water, slow down floodwaters and erosion, provide cooling shade on sunny days, lower our heating and cooling costs, and increase our property values. And whereas the 2024 Arbor Week will kick off with a party on November 1st from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Fulton Mansion. And during the week of November 1st through 8th, 2024, there will be educational activities and tree planting around the county. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Aransas County Commissioners Court, do hereby proclaim November 1st through 8th to be Aransas County Arbor Week. The Aransas County Commissioners Court encourages all citizens to observe this special week and join their fellow citizens across the United States in planting trees and protecting those we have for the benefit of future generations.
Thank you. You want to come up or some words? Would you like to say some words?
Okay, so I'll pass those around those who have not received one. And I hope that y'all can come out and join the plantings and come out for Arbor Day, November 1st in Fulton Mansion. It'd be really nice event.
One, two, three. 2, 3.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Oh, advance.
I have one on my fridge.
They say I like building houses from trees. All right, item number 3.
Four.
I'm sorry, 4. We're going to present proclamation P 2024, recognizing November 11th, 2024 as Sergeant Cesar Peralta Day.
Whereas America has been blessed with an abundance of men and women who proudly and bravely serve their country, sacrificing a great deal for the cherished causes of freedom and democracy. And whereas we salute their bravery and dedication to the defense of our democracy and the sovereignty of freedom-loving nations around the world, recognizing it is an extraordinary person who willingly steps into harm's way to protect others and to defend freedom. And whereas, as honored and respected citizens, our servicemen and women have learned the value of service, dedication, and discipline, and know the worth of life and liberty. Whereas America has found in our servicemen and women the leadership, courage, and determination needed to overcome all forms of despicable threats to our nation and its freedom. And whereas we owe our military personnel a debt of gratitude which can never be fully repaid, and recognize our many local military heroes who are returning from their service. And whereas the County of Aransas is committed to recognizing and honoring the many fine individuals who make the world a better and safer place for new generations of Americans who will continue to reap the benefits of such a proud legacy and selfless service. Now therefore, we, the Commissioners Court of Aransas County, do hereby proclaim the 11th day of November 2024 as Sergeant Cesar Peralta Day in Aransas County, and encourage the citizens of Aransas County to welcome Sergeant Cesar Peralta home and thank him for making the sacrifice for our country to ensure the freedom and liberties we enjoy as Americans. Furthermore, we welcome Sergeant Peralta and his family to Aransas County.
Thank you. Do we have any family here? Okay, I'm gonna read that, this proclamation at a Veterans Day ceremony. We'll get that. All right, we'll move on to item number 5, the consent agenda.
Move to approve. I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second.
Commissioner Cheney, Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes. Item number 6,
I move to approve the 2024 third quarter report for the Texas Maritime Museum.
Second.
got a motion and a second. Good morning. Come on up, Miss Ashley.
Thank you. Just do a quick overview of our report for you guys for the third quarter.
You had good numbers.
We did, yes. Right, here we go. So our overall attendance for the quarter, including all events, we saw 3,659, which you're correct is good numbers. We usually see a pretty significant dip when we hit that third quarter. Once school goes back into session, of course, tourism drops a bit, but we had pretty solid numbers for the quarter. I was pleased with that. Of that total, we had 2,351 guests state that they came from at least 75 miles out, which is about 64% of that total attendance number. So we were pleased with that. And then we do, of course, always do a comparison to the previous year just to see where our numbers are sitting. And it has looked very solid this year. We saw an increase of 523 visitors over last year's third quarter, including in August, which is typically when we see the biggest drop in numbers once school goes back into session. But we saw 196 more visitors in August of this year than last year. We always just keep this running comparison of years. You can see we are on track to have a record number this year for attendance. We're already just under 12,000 and still have the fourth quarter to go. So we're expecting to see our highest number ever in attendance this year. We're excited about that. Always pleased to see that number growing. And then that breakdown for the major metropolitan areas in Texas, those numbers hold pretty steady. We see the highest number coming from San Antonio consistently. We saw 14% this quarter, only 11% local. So we're always happy to see those coming from out of town, bringing that tourism in. And then that other listed there at 53%, that's other areas in Texas, as well as any out of state or out of country visitors. So we do see a good number from that as well. Of our attendees for the quarter, over half, just over half stated that they stayed at least one night in a hotel, which of course is what we're looking for with this report here. So we're pleased to see that. We do pretty consistently see about half of our guests stating that, and that has stayed solid through the year. With those percentages, we usually have a good percent state that they stay longer, so 3 to 4 nights or more.
Because actually, Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
on that third quarter,
Mm-hmm.
you had more people. You had almost 1,500 room nights
Mm-hmm.
versus, at least 1,353 who didn't even respond, and some of those might have. So that's very
Exactly.
good.
Yeah, it held very solid. We were pleased with that number. Always happy to see that number showing a high amount staying in hotels. Then we do have our breakdown for our expenses this quarter, as well as for the year to date so far. We did see a big increase in that curatorial exhibits and collections number, which was expected. We had several projects that kicked off, revamping a few things, as well as some new things that are in the works. So we expected to see that go up and did. Everything else held pretty solid to our normal numbers. Then if you move into our social media presence, we saw an increase of about 23% in followers for the quarter. That number has consistently gone up this year. So we're at just over 18,000 followers on our social media at the moment. Then our impressions went up significantly thanks to a couple posts that went viral. We saw 2.37 million impressions, which is up 81% compared to last quarter. You can see those giant upticks where those posts were going viral. Have a bit more info on those posts a little further into this. The posts hold pretty consistently. That percentage, you'll see 6% down. I believe it was one post, maybe two posts different, but we hold pretty solid on the number of posts. Have a pretty consistent schedule on what's going out on there, so that reach is staying pretty solid. These are the highest posts for the quarter. You can see that top post had over 500,000 impressions on its own, with just under 30,000 interactions. So that's likes, comments, shares. They were actually interacting with that post. And the two below that also showed solid numbers, both over 300,000 for impressions. So that is what caused that impressions number to go up so significantly this quarter, were those 3 posts that went viral. Then our website traffic, we did see a little bit of a dip, which was to be expected. The previous quarter, a lot of that traffic was coming due to WineFest. So we always see a drop in our website visitors the following quarter, but only about 15% in that drop. So we still held pretty solid on our website visitors. This is the demographics for those visitors. Obviously, we consistently see the majority coming from the US, and Texas was about 68%. So we do have a pretty decent amount of people from other states that are checking out the website and clicking through, with, of course, you know, the majority coming from our local state, which is to be expected. Then, as always, just a few pictures to let you guys know what's been going on around the museum. July was our sea camp. Those kids were busy, kept Miss Shelley busy. They went kayaking. They, of course, had their water day, which is everyone's favorite, on Fridays. All sorts of field trips and educational experiences. They always have a great time. August saw the return of our Tiny Tots program, which is 2 to 6 year olds once a week in our education center. They do everything from story time and crafts to yoga, as you can see in that one photo, or as close as they get to it. So they have a good time. It's very loud in that education room once a week, but they have a wonderful time. And in September, we had a bunch of our field trips pick up, homeschool groups, as well as the Armadillo gang from the Rockport Fulton Middle School came by. And then our Texas Navy Day event happened in September as well. It was a busy month, but a good month. And we're always excited to see those kids come in, and anyone who comes in for our programs. They do consistently well, and we're always happy with that. That is all I have for you this.
And your gala?
Yes, our gala is coming up, the Maritime Ball at the Rockport Country Club on December 7th. We would love to see you all there. If you have any questions about tickets or anything, it's on our website, as well as you are always welcome to call the office and chat with us. We'd be pleased to help you set that up. But we would love to see you all there.
My granddaughter came in from after having the water day, said that was the largest slide she had ever seen in her life.
It is. It's big. It's a fun one. They always love it. Even the little bitty ones go down that thing. It's fun to watch.
Y'all did a good job.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions?
Thank you, Ashley.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 7.
I move to acknowledge the 2024 third quarter report for the Friends of the History Center.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Good morning, Ms. Stranahan.
Judge and Commissioners. I'm delighted to be here to tell you about what's been going on at the History Center over the last quarter. We are a little house that that was built in the 1880s. It's been renovated almost 15 years ago now. So we've been in operation that long. In July, let's see. We had an exhibit called Festivals, and this was very well received. It was an exhibit to illustrate the events and the volunteers that really attract all the visitors to Aransas County. Here you see an Sunday afternoon program presented by Luis Perón. He was one of our presenters during that time. When we have exhibits like this, we always bring in topics that relate to our exhibits every other week. That's interesting text, isn't it? Okay. So then our next exhibit, which is currently up is opened on August 17th. It's called Ghost Towns of Copano Bay, and it features the 4 communities that surrounded our bay in the 1830s. And this is one of my passions, to try to have people recognize how important Copano Bay was all throughout Texas history. The first of these was Aransas City, that was put together by James Power, especially for Irish immigrants. And then Lamar, also Irish immigrants. Copano, which had been a Spanish port early on, but then the people who were in the area brought it back as a town. And finally, St. Mary's, which was a major port during the building of things that were going on. Also associated with this will be talks by different people who are experts in their areas. Here you have James Power, along with artifacts from Aransas City. This is an archaeological site that has been identified on Copano Bay, a very important collection that we have at the History Center. We also made a special bus trip to the John Howland Wood Mansion in Bayside, and you see a representation, a photograph of it. It was built in 1875, and it was out there on the prairie all by itself. It became the headquarters for the Bonnie View Ranch. John Howland Wood, however, was a developer here in Rockport, and his son followed him. At one time, they actually owned San Jose Island before the 1919 hurricane, which pretty well wiped them out.
Yeah.
But the Wood family is very significant. There's also a home of his son here that has a historical marker, and the site where John Howland Wood died, actually. We enjoyed lunch in Bayside at Tuttle's. I'm not sure if you realize, of course, they're here in town now, but they have their origin over in Woodsboro. So we had a good time with that. As a history center, we're always busy with our collaborations, and we did participate in the Sea Camp that you saw earlier from the Texas Maritime Museum. We also go to the Fulton Mansion. We recently went to both of those institutions for their Halloween festivals, and we'll be very involved in the Arbor Day festival that's coming up, as well as the Smithsonian exhibit, which will be here in January. We have an active website, and I included this just so that you would have the opportunity to see that and really think about going to that website, because we have information on that website. We have the panels that we put up for every one of the exhibits. We have videos of the talks that are given on Sunday afternoons, and also a section called History Mysteries, which have run in the pilot and then are also on the website at the History Center. We really appreciate the support from Aransas County through Pathways. And then we want to mention our upcoming events that will be participating in the Arbor Day Festival by planting a tree to honor Jackie Shaw, who's been significant in the county over the years. And then we'll open a new exhibit on November 23rd called Vintage Holidays. This is a very special piece that I wanted you to be able to see. And this was featured in Humanities Texas newsletter for the month. And it was talking about all of the exhibits here in Rockport that they have sponsored for the History Center. So we have a goodly number of different pieces that they have sponsored over the years, especially the untold or undertold stories, as they call them. So we had one on women, we had one on the Hispanic community here, and one on the Vietnamese community. And all of those were richly supported by Humanities Texas. So we really appreciate that. They gave us quite a spread, actually, featuring a picture of our docents and then the current exhibit. So we were really pleased to have this recognition, which again went statewide, probably nationally, because the Humanities Texas is part of the National Endowment for Humanities. So we're really proud of that recognition. And then these are our upcoming events. We hope that you'll all join us for those. We're looking forward to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? All right.
Good job, Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye. Item number 8.
I move to approve resolution R 25 2024, changing the authorized representative for the Logic Investment Pool.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second. Good morning, Madam Treasurer.
So for the longest, I've been the only one that is able to access our investment pools. And so something simple as me trying to change our address, one of the pools told me we needed 2 signatures. So I am adding, on these 2 pools need resolutions. I'm adding the county auditor, the first assistant auditor, and my chief deputy on a view-only basis. So that if I am unavailable, then somebody else can conduct the transactions and be the second signature.
All right.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 9.
And move to approve resolution R 26-2024, changing the authorized representative for the text pool prime investment pool.
Second.
Got a motion and a second?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes. Item number 10.
Approve a request for variance minimum elevation required at 113 and 115 Dockside Drive. Second, thanks.
Got a motion and a second. Good morning, Ms. Cab.
Good morning. Okay, so this is a request to allow a variance on the county's minimum elevation requirement. It's called the freeboard or the additional elevation requirement by a local jurisdiction in addition to the federal minimum, excuse me. So this is not a request for the federal minimum, and this variance would not have any impact on the county's participation or status as a National Flood Insurance Program participant. It would be to allow the finished floor to be at 10 feet above sea level instead of 10.5 feet in an area where the county's requirement is at 10.5 feet. But staff are recommending granting this variance because it is due to an on-site error with builders who are in good standing with the county, who historically have done very high quality work, and because the property owners for whom the homes are being built, the variance would be contingent on them agreeing to take any liability and onus for the variance being granted. And if they are willing to do that and sign a hold harmless agreement that gets approved by the county attorney's office, then be filed with the property due to Texas's disclosure laws required for real estate, it would be part of the property's filing and would be past any future sales. So again, this would just be a request for a 6-inch variance on 2 properties where there was an on-site error with the hub or the benchmark used for elevation checking.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
This company's been in business, I guess, since 2018. I looked at their website and they stress reliable and professional builders. Communication is key. How did this happen? An on-site error if they have history of building here?
It was whenever the surveyor goes out and sets an elevation hub, sometimes the hub can get displaced. And so the benchmark being used, I believe, was the center of the road. And the builders are here to speak to the construction if need be. We have seen this type of error before. This is the first time with Pittier Construction that it's been an error that resulted in something like this. But the benchmark used, in the 100-year floodplain, we have to go off the 100-year, the mean sea level. And so if that benchmark gets moved, it can cause that type of a miscalculation in the foundation where the elevation needs to be.
And how did it get moved? I didn't understand that.
I will have to defer to to our builders, if y'all don't mind.
Judge,
Morning.
Commissioners, Commissioner Russo, to answer that question, we normally set the hub, a temporary benchmark at the edge of the road, somewhere close to the ditch, so it's not disturbed. during construction. In this instance, they were bringing a lot of material in to build up the slab. And in that time, the hub was destroyed, displaced. And so they went off the measurement, the center line of the road. Usually a pretty safe measurement. In this case, we missed it. The house is a little bit off the roadway, about 150, 160 feet. So it's kind of a far way to go, just for the foundation guys to do. And it got missed. The numbers got off a little bit, and they're about 5 inches low.
Is this the same type of issue that we had with J.R. Gimler? That we fined him, I think, $3,000 for being missing the benchmark.
This is not the first time that I know of in the county or in the city that this has happened. I know in this actual subdivision, after Harvey, there was one that was missed, a house that was under construction pre-Harvey, and then that builder left and a new builder took over, and they were under the FEMA requirements.
And I believe that is the difference, that the builders that were fined were under the federal minimum.
They didn't even meet the minimum
Well,
of FEMA.
In that case, that's at the time the city's requirements were different than ours, and the person that did the slab went by the city's requirements instead of ours. It didn't have anything to do with the hub.
So for these two addresses, I will say that Padilla Construction, speaking on their behalf, after Harvey, Copano Ridge, Copano Cove, was pretty much wiped out. There was a lot of damage over there. I actually used one of their plans to other builders. I said, hey, y'all gotta go look at this, because what they do, all those houses are elevated on pier poster piles up high, but they put their garage down below and they put a restroom down below, but the restroom is actually elevated on concrete, and it's the first floor, but it always meets that 18-inch rule, and it gives them a bathroom downstairs, which is kind of hard to do in that area, but it's pretty cool and it works. So they're thinking outside the box, but still maintaining the ordinance. Just this one time, they got
Okay, thank you.
When you say hub, is that the nail in the road or the marker in
nail
the
in the
road?
road or a 2x2
Oh, okay.
wood hub that's placed in the dirt
Okay.
in the ground. And just this time it got hit by either a dump truck or skid steer or something moving material in.
So they took the elevations off the existing hub. The existing hub was wrong.
They took the elevation off the center line of the road. And that was wrong.
The hub got hit by a track.
Okay.
So that benchmark was no longer. So we went off the center line.
Okay, so so you didn't have the access to the correct hub, so you took the next best.
And typically set in line of the roads, like the high mark.
Should be
Yeah.
one of the higher parts.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There are no actual living quarters in that, almost like compromised area. Is that correct?
This is gonna be all slab on grade. So
Okay, it is slab on grade.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And the garage is there as well. But both these residences are what I call type 1B, so it's slab on grade, elevated on some fill.
Okay.
And if I may, one of the things that we've been talking about, or say Mr. Reed, is considering an amendment to the floodplain order. Thank you. That would require during construction to get an additional elevation certificate. That way, problems like this would be addressed before the foundation gets poured.
Sounds
We
like
have
a
worked
good idea.
with Padilla Construction. We formulated a plan for this not to happen ever again with them, whether they use our business or not. I don't think that Donnie's ready for this to happen again. Have to come see y'all again. But we will go check form boards prior to pouring concrete. And
all of our new bids that we're bidding, that way we have it on paper and we're good to go before touch concrete gets poured.
And I did tell him, didn't matter if it's $2,000. I was gonna pay them $2,000 to check out the.
I mean, we've built over, I believe, in the county and in the ETJ that's subject to city rules and county over 53 houses. And that's not including what we've built in just the city itself. So I mean, this was actually a fluke. I mean, in 53 houses.
And that's just in Aransas County. That's not county public code.
Yeah, I believe that in past, like the only other time I can think of since I've been there, that anything there was a bill that Padilla Construction took over where y'all had to take out a bathroom to reach compliance. And so the fact that they came to us at this point, we have contractors who wouldn't have it. That's one of the reasons staff's recommending approval is that the good standing, I don't believe this could be considered a precedent to open any future variance requests because of the amount of quality work that has been done in the past.
Thank you.
We're always open to variance requests. I mean, that's part of being in the county. But this seems like this was an unforeseeable issue that you took the proper step taking it off the middle of the road. I move that we approve the variance requested as in item number 10.
All right. We'll go.
Already been.
Already in motion.
Oh, I'm
Going to take a
sorry.
vote.
Commissioner Cheney,
So we're voting to approve.
Yes, sir.
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Item number 11.
I move to approve authorizing environmental health to seek bids for 2025 mosquito control chemicals.
I'll second that.
So Mr. Van Meter is sick today, but this is a typical, we do it every year, right, El? El? Oh, we take bids for the mosquito control chemicals and the brush grinding. This is a yearly thing.
This is an annual, yes.
Second.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes. We'll take bids. Item number 12.
I move to approve authorizing environmental health to seek bids for 2025 brush grinding contract.
Got a motion and a second.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik.
Aye.
And aye. For me. Oh, okay.
You didn't call.
Judge
Oh,
Garza,
you're good.
sorry.
Aye. It passes. Item number 13.
Move to approve authorizing the county judge to execute a contract amendment with Tyler Technologies to amend the Tyler Technologies Enterprise Jury Management Software contract that originally executed on January 10th, 2024 in order to increase the enterprise jury text message service limit from 10,000 messages to 25,000 messages per year and increase the cost of this portion of the service from $1,200 to $2,500, I assume, a year.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Elaborate, Mr. Jackson.
Sure. Pam's in jury trial today, calling a jury, so she asked me to speak on this. When they originally signed the contract, they were not anticipating having to send messages telling people where to go to multiple buildings. So they were ran out of their allotted text messages and we were paying for per message. And this allows us to increase our per message allotment prepaid. So we're not having to pay a per message fee. And so this just is a more efficient use of and having that that text message allotment prepaid for. It's a little bit cheaper to pay up front than per text.
I noticed that she has that it is not relevant that it's a budgeted item, but she says it is within the budget, which is a little confusing. Is this being paid with ARPA funds? Because I think the original software was, wasn't it?
The original software was this is not part of the ARPA funds. No, ma'am. This would come out of
So
their
it's coming
budget.
out of her
Yes, ma'am.
budget.
Them or district court. I'm not sure exactly which one pays for it off the top of my head, but
But
it
it's
would
not
be- it
ARPA.
is not ARPA money. No, ma'am.
And we're anticipating that we will be paying this per year
Correct. It is.
until further notice.
Yes, as long as we have the software. Yes, ma'am.
Still pay for postage as well. This is in addition to postage. This is messaging that they send out electronically. And
But I
it's
mean,
per
we're
year.
probably going to still have to keep doing that because we don't know when we're ever going to be in the courthouse.
We would still do it, but we may not have as large a volume because we still always are going to send the text messages
Okay.
because of the software, the way it is.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes. Item number 14.
Move to approve the purchase of a 2025 Chevrolet 2500 XD for the amount of $52,599 and authorize county judge to execute necessary documents.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Seibert, good morning.
Good morning.
This vehicle is a budgeted item, and the vehicle that's being replaced is going to be, stay in the pool within Road and Bridge, be assigned to another crew.
And this is a good price because I looked them up and this is
Yeah.
significantly less than anything else on the.
It was, went through, went through
Yeah.
buy board.
Yeah, I
buy
saw.
board, so.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 15.
Move to approve the selection of H2O Partners to update the Aransas County Hazard Mitigation Plan with local hazard mitigation planning program funds and authorizing the county judge to execute the necessary documents.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Morning.
We received 4 bids and H2O Partners scored the highest, followed by Half and then Lockwood Andrews Newman, and then last at Centurion Solutions.
I was curious, there were only 2 raters.
Yes, ma'am.
I was one of the raiders, but I was sick.
Oh, okay. And so you couldn't get the package and,
I was in no condition to
Oh,
look at a
okay.
package.
okay.
All right.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Thank you. Item number 16.
Move to approve the September 2024 treasurer's report.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Madam Treasurer.
Y'all have, probably seen the reports. Are there any questions on the fund balances?
No, ma'am.
No questions?
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 17.
Move to approve the third quarter Aransas County treasurer's investment.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second.
So on page 1 at the top right-hand corner, you'll see the interest earned for the quarters and year to date. With accrued, on the operating funds is 600, I didn't bring my glasses, 685 thousand with the, I got it. With the bond funds, it's a total of $785,000 earned year to date. The pool investment rates naturally are going down since the Fed reduced the interest rate, but we did renegotiate or extend our depository contract, which is taking us in November 10th, I believe it starts, from earning 0.4 to 1.0 at the least with the flux rate. So
That's good.
that is much better than what we were getting.
Good job.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney, oh, sorry.
One thing I do want to add that the bond funds that we had, we had 6 million at one point. 2 of them have already been called and I expect the rest of them to be called. Those were earning, most of them were close to the 5%, a little over 5%. So since when interest rates are going down, I just wanted to let y'all know that those agency bonds that we are holding will probably be called. 2 of them already have.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 18.
I move to approve the revised procurement policy.
Second.
Got a motion and a second.
Yes, Commissioners, this was brought to y'all at the last meeting and was asked to look at it again. You all have a copy of it. It's redlined. We've changed some of the requirements that actually General Land Office, GLO, had requested. I have sent this to them. They have okayed what's in there now for what we need for our grant. I did have the contract and procurement specialist review it also prior to sending it to you, and he did have a couple of things that he recommended on it. This is basically kind of a stopgap because we do have to do a really good revision on it probably before the end of the year. When we do all of our other policies, we will bring it back to you, but this will suffice for what GLO needs.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 19.
Move to approve budget item.
Second.
We have none at this time.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. And number 20.
I move to approve account payable and payroll liabilities.
I'll second that.
And then
Got a motion and a second.
I just had a question. Under the non-departmental 409 account,
Yes, ma'am.
under 489, a lot of things were charged to contingency. But if you added them all together, some were on the JP Morgan card, some were just to different vendors, came to about 100,000. So I'm thinking, but I'm not sure if that was for the temporary relocation expenses.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, that is part of my report today that I had a number for you. That is anything that we did for any of the renovations on the buildings, any of the moving costs, anything except for the rent that we had to pay on getting the buildings where they needed to be and us in them. Probably not finished yet. We probably still have some invoices that haven't come in yet. But that total to date of what we've paid is $189,689.99.
And I'm guessing we're tracking that because somewhere.
I just wanted
this
to
is
know.
An unanticipated cost that we would
Yes.
not have had
Yes.
had we been able to move to the courthouse.
Yes.
Okay, great. That's good.
And that's what my intent was to put everything in that one line,
Okay,
just so that we could have it all in one place and track it.
I figured it was. I just wanted to confirm.
Yes.
And then usually you talk about some things, so
Yes.
I'll, and
In
See if
our
you
capital
talk about-
projects, our grant funds, we had a check for LCR, which is the Holiday Beach, was this one. It was $15,562.90. New Stout, which is Rattlesnake Point, was $350,809.53. DLF was the community building, which is $220,807.78. And the ARPA funds, we have an invoice for co-file for $61,412.06. This is for district clerk, some of her archiving and preservation. She did not use all of the funds that were originally allotted to them, so she went out for contract again and is getting those done. T. Baker Smith for the sheriff's detention center water tank. The engineers is $582.50. And that's all that I have except for the moving and reno costs that I was going to report today.
Any other questions?
Commissioner Cheney. Commissioner.
I'm sorry. Alma just reminded me. I do have two that I'm walking in. They're electronic payments that we make. One is to the
State Comptroller for $1,144.20. And one for Rapid Financial Solutions, which are where we put the funds on for the juror, the cards that they get for $1,008. I have it here with me and I still forgot it. But those are the only two that are outside that are not on your list.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Castellane.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes 5-0. At this time, we'll hear reports from commissioners, elected officials, and department heads. No action will be taken. You got something? All right.
I told Commissioner Russo I'd bring this up this time of the year, and I didn't put it on the agenda. You don't have to vote on it. I wasn't certain if I'd be able to be here today, but this is the time of year that my office, out of the asset forfeiture account, donates money to the Children's Advocacy Center of the Coastal Bend. And so we've requested a check out of our asset forfeiture account in the amount of $2,500 that will go to that center on the day of giving. We give it on the day of giving because then that amount is doubled. So I just wanted to let the Commissioners Court know. And for those of you who are listening that don't know what our asset forfeiture account is, that is the money that we receive out of a forfeiture from people who deal drugs in our community. So we just like to get that back into the community for a positive effect. And the Children's Advocacy Center of Coastal Bend, they do a lot of good for the community. What they do specifically is they interview children who are abused, both physically and sexually. And then they also set up those children with continued counseling and have resources for the family members and the children that they can rely on to help get them back into better places. So, and they also do educational outreach within schools and communities all throughout the Coastal Bend region. We don't have a center here locally, so every single child in our community has to go to Corpus to get those resources. Okay, thank you.
That's a good idea, doing it on the Coastal Bend Day of Giving though, so it doubles it.
Yes.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then I just want to tell the committee, I'm going to call a workshop on Thursday, I believe, Thursday afternoon. And we've got to discuss some changes to the water feature that's going to be in the new courthouse, the statute water feature. So item number, or actually section number 13, reports about items of community interest.
Good morning, Judge Garza and commissioners. Just a couple of things that I wanted to bring to your attention. So the generators for Road and Bridge and for the transfer station, just so you know, those foundations have been poured. We expect those generators to be here at the end of November. So that's moving forward. And then for Bay Shore, the grass is growing out there. So that's great news. It's been 60 days, going on 60 days. So hopefully we'll be able to get that closed out by either the end of November Commissioner Court or the beginning of December Commissioners Court. So those are those two things. And then one of the other things I just wanted to mention really quickly while everybody's here is that the district courtroom over at 410 Church Street is open today. So they're doing jury selection there. So that's been great. And I wanted to thank for like the past 2 months, you know, like the staff who had packed all their crap up, packed up all of their belongings and got those all moved. That was great help. That really saved the taxpayers about $10,000 where, you know, we didn't have to have a mover come in and do everything for the community. The ROTC cadets, they were really helpful during this whole entire transition from the courthouse to all these different locations in the district. The town of Fulton, it's kind of strange, but they helped us out. They gave us a man lift, which helped us get these signage off the front of the buildings. City of Rockport did all of their inspections. They were always willing to help answer all of our questions really quickly. AEP kind of pushed us ahead on their line of people that they needed to take care of. Thank you, Commissioner, for helping us get that done. It's kind of behind the scenes kind of people who you don't think about. Road and Bridge really helped out a lot. So they accepted all of my deliveries, got most of my deliveries to all of my places. They did the parking lot. Megan took care of all of the signage. So if you see a sign around, it's because Megan was helping taking care of those. Fleet also helped out with deliveries. They also gave us the county seals. And the contractors who worked on top of each other, you know, they were doing electrical, they were doing carpeting, they were doing walls, everything on top of each other. For sure, like to acknowledge facilities and IT, because those guys did work a lot of long hours, a lot of weekends. So that was really great. And then I just wanted you guys to think about this because it kind of got brought to my attention too. And I was like, oh, so about 95% of all of our material that we purchased for all of these renovations was locally purchased. So it wasn't something we were bringing from picking up in Corpus and bringing here, about 95%. And pretty much all of our contractors were local. We had one person come from Portland who was a specialty, but everybody else was a local contractor. So I was really glad to see that we were giving back to the community in that way, even though it was a very trying 2 months. So just wanted to acknowledge all those people. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Anything else? Brad, you got anything? You good? All right. At this time, item number 21. Do I have a motion to convene into closed session? Convene into closed session.
I move we convene into closed session to consult with counsel and receive legal advice about pending or contemplated litigation or other attorney-client privilege matters, including insurance matters related to Aransas County's projects and insurance claims from Hurricane Harvey, various contract disputes, the Went Services, Inc. Public Information Act request. Number 1, Aransas County, Texas versus Endurance American Specialty Insurance Company et al. Aransas County District Court cause number 23-0021. Number 2, North Star Recovery Service, Inc. versus Aransas County Independent School District and Aransas County. Aransas County District Court cause number 23-0066, consolidated with North Star Recovery Services, Inc. versus HRNR LLC et al. Aransas County District Court cause number 20-0159. Number 3, Western Steel Company versus T2J Partners LLC, DIE/A, FPS Recovery LLC, and Aransas County, Texas. Cause number 24-0072 in the 36th District Court of Aransas County. Number 4, IWRQ Systems, Inc., a Utah corporation versus Aransas County, Texas case number 2401-00226 in the District Court of the First Judicial District, County of Cache, Utah. Number 5, report on the status of the formal alternative dispute resolution occurring between the county and Teal Construction Company for the Downtown Anchor Project regarding the various pending matters as noticed for the September 23rd, 2024 regular meeting closed session, including but not limited to contemplated litigation, alternative dispute resolution, termination of the contract, changes to the scope of work, and various requested and proposed contract amendments to the contract sum and contract time. Number 6, proposed contract negotiations between county and VG Architects regarding the aquarium project, including possible alternative dispute resolution, termination of the contract for convenience or cause, and or extensions of contract time or renegotiation of contract sum. Number 7, Went Services, Inc. Public Information Act request pursuant to section 551.071 of the Texas Open Meetings Act, which authorizes closed sessions for a governmental body to consult with its attorney regarding advice on legal matters pertaining to pending or contemplated litigation or a settlement offer or on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the governmental body under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with the Open Meetings Act.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I do have a question. Is a PIA request exempt? Or can you hear that in closed session?
The exception that I placed on there not only includes the ability to speak with an attorney based for that attorney to give advice on pending litigation. It also includes the ability to speak with your attorney for things that would otherwise be attorney-client privilege.
Okay.
So there are things that I do believe would meet that qualification, but there is also an open meeting section at the end for the open records or for the Public Information Act request.
Okay.
But if you prefer, I'm happy to do all of it in open session.
I was just asking.
Okay.
My agenda, I don't want to get on the hook for it. All right, well, just going to vote.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Castellane.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye. All right, we'll take a 5 to 10 minute recess and All right, do I have a motion to reconvene into open session?
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second?
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline, Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, it's 11:57. We are in open session. Item number 22A.
I move we approve authorizing the county attorney's office to take formal legal action on the contract with VG Architects and proceeding with termination of the contract for convenience and or cause.
Second.
Got a motion and a second?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, thank you. We are adjourned.
I move we adjourn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got a motion and a second to adjourn.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, 11:58. We are adjourned. Thank you.